The Charlotte Hornets will regret taking Brandon Miller over Scoot Henderson with the second overall pick. Brandon Miller has the most bust potential out of everyone in the lottery for the 2023 NBA draft. Brandon Miller's NBA career is off to a horrific start. All of this and more is what was being said about Brandon Miller around the time he was drafted and during Summer League. These discouraging and really just disrespectful takes were put out there before he even played his first NBA game. And if we could get an update on this situation, now that we're halfway through the NBA season, right? He's just earned Rookie of the Month for January, and the latest NBA Rookie Ladder Power Rankings have Brandon Miller listed third as the best performing rookie thus far. Mind you, the only two guys listed above him are generational talents in Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. So yeah, me personally, I'd say he's playing pretty well. And look, I don't want to make it seem like the whole world was against Brandon because that's not the case. However, in the same breath, there wasn't much buzz around Brandon coming into the season. It didn't seem like many NBA media experts or even us fans expected him to do anything spectacular or significant this season. To put it simply, he was and still is underrated because, even though he's not on pace to win Rookie of the Year or anything special like that, this man has been hooping, especially as of lately, averaging 20 points in his last 10 at the time of this video. And today, I'm here to bring light to how he's been performing because not only does he play for my hometown team, the Hornets, I just mess with his game really. This man, he's a smooth bucket. And in this video, we'll discuss what the future may look like for him and the team. So yeah, go ahead, drop in the comments. What do you think of Brandon Miller? Can you see him becoming an all-star one day? Why or why not? And really quick before I go any further, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks back with another video. If you're new, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and sub. Also like the video if you enjoy. I upload quality basketball content and we're on the ground for 5K subs, so I'd most def appreciate it. But back to the video. So I want to begin this by reminding y'all of something Miller said shortly after he was drafted. And let's just say this something he said picked up a lot of controversy. And that is when Brandon Miller called Paul George, yes, PG-13, the GOAT. He said Paul George was his greatest player of all time. Now obviously, this was a wild statement. You can go ask far and wide all around the world who the GOAT is, and Paul George is not a name that'll come up 99% of the time. However, people ain't really pay attention to Miller's reasoning because his reasoning will show that he was really just saying who his favorite player ever was. Because again, his reasoning behind it was that Paul George is a guy he grew up watching and basically modeled his game after. And that last point is really why I bring this up, because you can see it in Miller's game and even in his build. Come on now, chill out. A 6'7" forward with strong shot creation skills and abilities. It's his world right now as far as being in the NBA. Players with a Paul George type of play style are thriving, and that's why I just know the future is bright for him. But I'm gonna get more into his game later into this video. Really quick, let's talk about his actual performance this season. I mean, I understand the Hornets, they're nothing to be proud of at the moment. They got like a 10-36 record, having yet another below average season. But let's not allow that to taint how we view this guy. In the 40 games Brandon Miller has played this season, he's averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists on 43% shooting from the field and a very solid 37% from 3. That's some quality production, and he's only been heating up as of late. Like I said, putting up an average of 20 over his last 10 games. And really, all of this makes sense because recently he's had much more opportunity. Like for real, let's just really sit here and think about the Hornets' very disappointing and just lackluster predicament right now. Again, another season down the drain. They just traded their best player, Terry Rozier, to the Miami Heat for basically nothing. I know Kyle Lowry used to be an all-star, he's a champion, but let's please, come on. Please, let's not even entertain the idea of him getting back to hooping at an all-star level in Charlotte. For one, the man's 37 years of age. He's pushing 40. And then when you add the injuries, whether it's his knee or the hand sprain he's dealt with recently, it becomes very clear as to the reason for the trade. We know he's in Charlotte to be that veteran presence in the locker room as he gets closer and closer to retirement, which is actually something the Hornets need desperately. Like, y'all, the Hornets are a young team that just be having fun for real. off the court. And I won't even go too far into that topic because we'll be going in a whole nother direction. But yeah, back to Miller. His game holds most of its value in his ability to be a huge presence offensively, while also having those, physical attributes to be at least relevant defensively. As a scorer, Brandon Miller can get a bucket from pretty much anywhere, painted area, mid-range, from three, and even really deep threes. In college, playing for Alabama, he shot 38% on threes on like 7 attempts per game, so trust. It's nothing new here, and by the looks of it, his shooting ability is translating to the NBA very nicely. You love to see it. But then on top of that, he's also got a tough handle and gets by defenders pretty easily. I mean, just about every weapon you need to be effective as a scorer in today's game, he's got. And that's without even getting into his athleticism. At the NBA Combine, they measured his vertical leap at 34.5, but I swear y'all, it'd be seeming higher than that the way he's able to fly over people. I mean, he does have a crazy wingspan of 7'2", so that could also have something to do with it, but he just be making these dunks look ridiculously easy and impressive. But anyway, without stretching this video out too long, I want to end this by getting into at least what I expect to see from Miller in the future. And that's really just progress in performance but limited winning. I mean, on one end, it's beautiful to see opportunity opening up for him between LaMelo getting injured, coming back, then getting injured again, unfortunately. And then you add in the fact that Charlotte again traded away their best scorer. Miller should be getting a whole lot more touches, and if his play in January showed us anything, it's the fact that he takes advantage when given the chance. So yeah, there's a lot of hope for him in that department. It's just, I really want to see the Hornets lock in as a team with everyone healthy and actually work towards having a winning season, because right now it's just way too nonchalant over there as far as caring about losses. Literally seen a tweet the other day about how the Hornets had just gotten blown out and players on the bench like LaMelo and James Bouknight were bugging and kikiing after the head coach got ejected. Meanwhile, Brandon Miller could be seen at the end of the bench with his head down, just in disappointment at the circumstances. That's called caring. I mean, I know he's a rookie. Maybe he just got to get used to the losing culture that's apparently in Charlotte, but that's called caring. And those are the character traits which lead to success. Miller seems to possess a strong work ethic, resilience and calmness. And I hope that can become a thing for the Hornets, because the culture just isn't there right now. If you find it, let me know. 1-800 dial the number for real. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know in the comments, do you agree that Brandon Miller is a guy with star potential in this league? And if not, why? And yeah, I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like the sub if new, share it, all of that, and I'm out.